Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Greg here today, bringing you guys a Call of Duty Modern Warfare gameplay commentary. Today, what you guys are watching in the background is a 110-7 using the Grau 5.56. In this gameplay, I was really just trying to go full-on try-hard, get a really high score for you guys, and that's exactly what I did in this gameplay. So that's why we were using the Grau today. For my class setup, I have the, I believe, what is the monolithic suppressor, the Archangel barrel, the Merc foregrip, 50 round magazine, and the no stock attachment. And the reason I really like this setup is because if you have the no stock attachment, you're going to gain back some of that mobility you lose from the Archangel barrel and the 50 round magazine, so it really just helps speed up the gun, as well as you still are extremely accurate whenever you stack the Merc foregrip and the Archangel barrel, because both of them reduce vertical recoil. And the no stock adds vertical recoil, but it doesn't add much, considering we have those two recoil controlling attachments on this gun. You can even go more overkill with your recoil control and add a muzzle brake or compensator to this, but we're playing ground war, we want to be on flanks, we want to be a little bit more stealthy, and that's exactly what we're doing. So at the beginning of this match, I took a quad and went straight to B, and the reason why is because if you spawn E and you do this, you can get a lot of people that will be running from A to B, which is a lot of free kills for you, and it can really help you guys get on a quick streak and call up that VTOL as fast as you possibly can. The problem is I choked, and it's because I'm human. So I choke a lot. It is what it is. Could have been a fourth gunship. I think I get 3 in this gameplay, so there could have been potentially even more kills than 110, but of course, as usual, I choke because I'm a bot, and it happens. But anyways, yeah, so we are just going to go ahead and run a flank here since they're all going to be spawning around this area. We actually just took C, I believe, and I pick up a few more kills here to get my first VTOL jet. And whenever I'm going for these really high scoring gameplays, one of the things I run is kill chain. I usually run kill chain, ghost, and whatever third perk you're feeling, which usually I think is best with tune-up or tracker or amped, you know, just something that's really good, battle hardened even. I don't recommend running something like what's that? I know I'm missing one perk. Spotter. You can use spotter, but it's not necessarily needed whenever you're going for these high scoring gameplays, because you're going to be playing defensive anyways, and seeing claymores and bouncing betties really isn't going to be that big of a deal, especially if you're going to be the one waiting for enemies to come to you. So I don't really think spotter is all that needed. It can really help you out though, so you know, don't sit on spotter. It is a good perk, but anyways, right here, I'm just trying to get a few more picks. I just basically was trying to get the nuke because I realized how fast I was playing and getting high streaks, but I end up dying real shortly here. So yeah, it was unfortunate, and I got taken out from the side. But anyways, calling up the gunship. This is the first gunship, and I always preach this in all my videos for ground war whenever I'm running the gunship, is you want to make sure you're calling this in whenever the enemies have B, C, or D, and the reason why is because you're going to get the best angles for the gunship, because that's where the gunship generally circles in ground war. It's not really going to have good angles on A or E, as well as the two headquarters, so you want to make sure you're calling this in whenever enemies have flags that are in the middle of the map, because that's going to maximize your kills with the gunship. So yeah, also the VTOL and the support helo are hit or miss kill streaks. They're very effective sometimes, but also very bad. Sometimes they just get shot down instantly. It's very unfortunate because they're expensive kill streaks that instantly get roasted out of the sky generally. So I would say that, you know, if you really want to maximize your kills, run the white phosphorus instead of the VTOL jet. And then if you really want, or you could run like the chopper gunner. But yeah, I would say that would really maximize your kills. So I would recommend, you know, also running kill chain, like I said, because you'll be able to have your VTOL earn you that support helo and gunship, which can save you, especially if you get into a sticky situation and let's say you're on a 9 kill streak and your VTOL already got you 4 kills. Well, guess what? You would have your gunship. So it's very useful in ground war whenever you're just trying to get as many kills as you possibly can, because that means your gunship is really only an 8 kill streak if you think about it, if your VTOL does all the work. So it can really help you earn these high-scoring gameplays, and that's why I absolutely love using kill chain whenever I'm going for these kind of streaks. If I'm going for the nuke, obviously I don't want to run kill chain. I'm going to want to use something like specialist, or I'm going to want to use maybe EOD cold-blooded or quick fix with the advanced UAV. That's what I would do if I'm going for nukes, but since I'm not in this gameplay and I'm just trying to get as many kills as I can, that's why I am using the kill chain perk. So Ghost is in Suppressor, basically essential as well, because you want to be going on flanks, you want to be controlling areas and constantly switching up your position, as well as, you know, making enemies have to think which way you could have went, and you basically just want to live up to the perk 2's name, Ghost. You just want to be a ghost on the map, and you want to kill people from the shadows, the distance, whatever. You know, you guys understand what I'm saying. Basically, take people off from the side on the flanks, and the reason why is because the time to kill in this game is so fast. Killing people from the side is going to ensure that you still stay alive, and that is what I like to do when I'm playing Ground War. I'm a huge flanker, and it's just, honestly, flanking in Ground War is the most effective way to do better, and the reason why is just because there's 32 people on the map. If you are trying to take people on head-on, that means you're going to be taking on a lot more than one person at a time. This isn't 6 versus 6, this isn't 10 versus 10, you know, where there's less players, and the maps are designed for you to be taking people one-on-one, and, you know, they have, like, cover versus cover. There's a lot of open spaces on these maps, and you really have to maximize how you're going to play the map by making sure that you are running proper flanks and outsmarting your enemies, and that's what Ground War is all about, and that's why I absolutely love it. It's a lot like Battlefield in that regard. So anyways, here's a good example of why the gunship is ineffective if they only have the HQ. As you guys can see right now, it's basically just a waste of time. You're up there doing absolutely nothing. It's a real big shame, because I really wish the gunship, whenever you call it in, would circle an area of whatever flag they own. I feel like that would be much more rewarding, considering it is a 12 kill streak. And I really think that they should do something like that, so the gunship can do a lot more work, since you earned it, obviously, and I think you should be able to get as many kills as you possibly can with it. And if they have and they're all just camping in their HQ or A, you know, and not pushing forward, I feel the gunship should be able to circle A and their HQ and just rain hell on them. They already have spawn protection from the HQ, so I don't see why that would be an issue to have, especially because you earn that 12 kill streak. I know it can be a little bit overpowered, because it would make it harder for the enemies to make a comeback, but usually whenever they're in this situation to begin with, a def con's going to happen anyways. So, I mean, just being realistic here, COD's all about getting those exaggerated score lines anyways. That's what makes it fun. And I think it would just be a lot more fun to have an overpowered gunship just, you know, destroying people in their HQ. But maybe I'm just greedy for the kills. But I still pick up another gunship, stay alive on the streak. There, as you can see, there was a guy flanking here. If you guys are in a spawn trap like this, like let's say we are at A and we're keeping you guys here, what you want to do is, instead of trying to fight back, is you want to try to get one of those vehicles, alright? And you want to take that vehicle and drive it to the opposite side of the map, like this guy is doing, right? He's going to try to go to E, but the thing is we're over here. I have decent aim, even though you get no aim assist while you're aiming at vehicles. Still was able to take him out, and that's why I was really effective at getting him from going to somewhere like E or D, and he would have actually probably been able to get his team out of the spawn trap if he would have made it over there. And that's something you guys want to make sure you're keeping in mind, is if you really think that you can get out of the spawn trap and, you know, prevent the def con from happening and turn the game around for your team, make sure that you take a quad, truck, tank, whatever, and go over there. The tanks and LAVs can really keep games alive and out of def con, but the majority of people that use vehicles are not smart, and they're just not good at killing people with their guns, so they use a tank because they don't really have all that good of aim or whatever. So they're not really smart the way they use the tanks, and what they do is they just kind of thirst for one kill on somebody. Like, I see this all the time with tanks. Don't be that guy. Don't take the tank and just do something stupid and be greedy for one single guy. Make sure you're going for those flags whenever you're using a tank, and you'll be way more effective for your team. Tanks are really all about playing the objective, because they're so strong in this game, and you can really help turn the tides of the battle for your team. But anyways, they have B, C, and D, and I'm close to my gunship, and you guys know what that means whenever you get a gunship at B, C, and D. So it's going to be doing pretty good amount of work, I believe. I don't remember exactly how many kills I get with it, but it can do a lot of work. Basically, all I'm waiting for, and this is what I mean by the VTOL being hit or miss. As you guys can see, look how long it took me to have the VTOL earn me 1 or 2 kills. It's a good kill streak, but even when you place it over where the enemies are going to be at, for whatever reason in Ground War, it just has this really bad targeting, in my opinion. And I think it's just because of all the cold-blooded users in Ground War. But anyway, so yeah, right here, as you guys can see, they're all spawning around this area. I'm just in the gunship. This is when it becomes fun. You just rain down hell on your enemies from the gunship, and I absolutely love it. The support helo's up too at the same time as my gunship, so if people have to choose, hey, what kill streak am I going to go after? Am I going to go after the gunship? Am I going to go after the support helo? I really like it whenever you have all your kill streaks out at once. I know it's not the most effective way to get kills, but in my opinion, it's so much fun to have all your kill streaks out at once, just because you're really just like slamming the enemy all at once, just overwhelming them. It's just fun, and I just love doing that. I remember back in Black Ops 2, I used to really like running like VSAT dogs in the swarm, and I would just call them all in at the same time, and it would just be like, you know, the enemies would just be like, oh god, like GG, because the swarm and the dogs are out at the same time. There's nowhere you can hide. The VSAT's up, so everyone's chasing you down. Just overall, just mayhem, and I absolutely love that about Call of Duty. But anyways, 110 to 7 gameplay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay. If you did, drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And yeah, I'll try to bring some more 6v6 and 10 versus 10 gameplays soon for you guys, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, peace.